Cindy Ella, an Aussie Cinderella. Words by Tom Champion. Pictures by Glenn Singleton. Cindy Ella lived in a small shack in the country with her stepmother and two stepsisters. Every day Cindy Ella had to cook their meals and clean their rooms. Her cruel stepsisters, Rochelle and Cheryl, made Cindy Ella do their chores as well, feeding the budgies, cleaning the dunny, cooking the meat pies for tea, hanging their undies on the line. One day the postman delivered an invitation. Come to the Gundaroo Sheep Shearers Mingle Ball. Everyone invited, one and all. 7 p.m. Eucalypt Way. Come find your dream date today. There's no chance you're going to the ball, Cindy Ella, cackled her stepmother. All afternoon, Cindy Ella heard her stepsisters and stepmother laughing as they got ready for the ball. Then they slammed the door without saying goodbye. That night, Cindy Ella looked out her window at the stars. This ain't fair dinkum, she sighed. Suddenly, one of the biggest stars in the great bush sky seemed to be getting closer. It flew into her room with a blinding flash. A smiling stranger stood before her. G'day, I'm your fairy godnana, and I'm here to take you to the Gundaroo Sheep Shearers Mingle Ball, she said as she raised her wattle branch. In a twinkling, standing in front of them was a proud red kangaroo for Cindy Ella to ride to the ball. But fairy godnana, I have nothing to wear, said Cindy Ella. Fairy godnana swished her wattle branch again. A bright light swirled all around Cindy Ella. When it vanished, she was wearing a gorgeous new denim skirt with a glittery purple top and a pair of beautiful new blue thongs with sturdy straps. Cindy Ella was stoked. She jumped into the red kangaroo's pouch and was all set for the ball. One more thing, said Fairy Godnana. Remember, the magic will only last until you hear the laugh of a kookaburra. So off into the bush Cindy Ella hopped. There it was, Eucalypt Way. The sheep shearers' mingle ball was in full swing. The moment Cindy Ella stepped inside, the whole room stopped to stare at her. Who's that, Sheila? Called out one of the shearers. No one even noticed Rochelle and Cheryl in the corner, and they didn't recognise Cindy Ella without her dirty clothes and broom. Steve, the best sheep shearer in Gundaroo, was entranced. He crossed the crowded room to talk to Cindy Ella. How about a dance, love? He said. Oh, I reckon, replied Cindy Ella, blushing. It was magic. They danced and danced. She felt like they were the only two people in the world. It was late. Cindy Ella and Steve had been dancing and laughing all night. Suddenly a noise came from outside. She bolted out into the dark bush. In her rush she ran into a baobab tree, and one of her thongs with the sturdy straps fell off. Cindy Ella woke the next morning to low mutterings from the next room. It was Steve. He was holding the thong with the sturdy strap and looking for the enchanting girl from the ball. Cheryl grabbed the thong and tried to put it on, but her foot was clearly too big. Rochelle was able to squeeze her foot in, but the strap was too tight and her toes started turning blue. Steve was so disappointed.
He had asked every girl in Gundaroo to try on the thong. Then he noticed Cinderella in the doorway. He grinned. "You left this behind last night, hun. Doing a runner on me, were ya?" Steve said. "How could I ever forget a smile as gorgeous as that?" He laughed. "I reckon I've fallen head over heels for you, love." And after the best wedding Gundaroo had ever seen, they lived happily ever after.